So, aber jetzt, hallo und einen schönen guten Abend. Ich bin natürlich bestens vorbereitet, wie man sieht. Mikrofon deaktiviert, falsche Lautsprecher eingestellt. Naja, soll so sein. Jetzt passt's. Harvest. So, wie war das wieder da? Load Game. Barbershop. Okay. Gut. Wenn wir mal zum Barbershop, wo ist der? Wo ist der Barbershop? Pastorelli ist Barbershop. Na dann. Ah, ich glaube, den soll ich mitnehmen, ja. Straight Slot Screws, okay. Da hängt ein Alien-Schädel. Da steht ein Schaf. Warum steht ein Schaf? Was? Except for its occasional herbal coffee. Okay. Ah, da ist der Pastor. Bam, bam. Gut, damit ist der Pastorelli, Mr. Swell. Ich glaube, da glaubt man jemand an ein UFO. Da hinten ist, glaube ich, auch ein.
Hello there, youngster. They say them aliens I was telling you about, well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clam?
Them aliens is wily, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry. Dang it if the whole town ain't going to hell. Poor old Johnson, defecating a work of art like that. Well, that's a sure sign that civilization is coming to an end. I heard Edna's daughter up and disappeared Tuesday night. Yes, sir, aliens got her for sure. All sorts of funny things went on that night. I seen 3 different UFOs over my fields. What's weird is they didn't carve anything. There was lights in the cemetery, and Swell was busy that night too. Tell him about it, Pete.
He don't want to hear about Tuesday.
Why, that barber's pole of his is his pride and joy. Brought it all the way over from Italy, wrapped all special-like. It ain't nothing but colored glass with some bulbs stuck up in it. But he thinks it's the be-all, end-all. Installed that alarm system just to protect it. Though who in tarnation would want to steal a worthless piece of junk like that? I don't know.
Schönen guten Abend dir, grüß dich.
Oh,
Schönen
Pete,
guten Abend
don't
dir.
be ignorant. Them aliens don't give a fig for no colored glass. You think if they can build spaceships, they can't make a dadgum barber pole? Crazy hick, don't know nothing about science.
Ich muss sogar die Converse. Gestern war es auch aber gestern war ich auch verlegt von der Arbeit. Dienstag konnte ich leider nicht, weil Dienstag habe ich mit einem Freund gespielt, weil der hat jetzt einen komischen Ausschlag am Fuß. Geht schon seit 2 Wochen und der wächst jetzt immer weiter rauf oder breitet sich immer mehr aus und am Anfang haben die gesagt, ja, ne, er muss ins Spital. Da hatten sie keine Betten für den Tag gemeint, ja, ob man halt gemeinsam was machen kann, damit er sich halt ein bisschen ablenken kann. Ja, ich gesagt, ja gut, dann machen wir halt das gemeinsam. Dann gab es am Dienstag keinen Stream. Und gestern war es einfach zu heiß. Ich würde es auch heute mit Control nicht aushalten, glaube ich. Deswegen machen wir Harvester. Wahrscheinlich machen wir das heute sogar fertig. Schauen wir mal. Heute Morgen gibt es eine Blair Witch. Und am Sonntag dann, wenn alles gut geht, würde ich mal sagen, schauen wir uns vielleicht Control an dann. Wie reagiert die Maus nicht?
Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it through the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough. Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human, so you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens.
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quail. What, you think you can get one of those at a swap meet?
Der Alien Hunter.
Line your blind with lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around out there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clem? Wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know nothing? Besides, ain't no place to put the blind out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being. They cross the void, wondering what lies beyond, all the time not knowing that what awaits them is buckshot.
Genau.
The Pastorelli's a funny sort. Foreigner, don't you know? He cuts hair pretty good, but he don't know spit about nothing else. You just ask him to hook up an alarm system if you need convincing.
Okay.
Anytime, Steve.
Ist echt aber komisch. Das ist echt. Oh! Okay. Das wollte ich eigentlich nicht.
What were you thinking?
Okay. Gut. Also irgendwas mit dem Friedhof und mit der Ätna, also mit dem dann schauen wir mal am Friedhof, würde ich sagen. Der ist da. Alter, schaut auch cool aus irgendwie. Die Harvest Lodge genau dahinter. Rhinecliff. Boxcar Willy. Fresh Soil und... Ist da wieder weg oder gibt es da mehr als einen Bildschirm? Sag mal, da liegt das Matches. Is another resting place amongst graves. Okay, wieder aus dem Ausrasten. Da haben wir eine Gruft, okay. Krypta. Ah, die Potsdam-Familienkrypta. Das ist aber auch recht voluminös, würde ich sagen. Okay, da geht's aber nicht weiter. Tumsum, der annehmend Hobo. Noch ein unbekannter Besucher. Fast immer so irgendwie so. Fresh. Kann ich mir das schon, dass es ein frisches gab, aber ich schon Waffen habe.
Okay. Well, that didn't work.
Ah. Digital Max, aber okay. Also da sind wohl Schaufelspuren zu sehen. Okay. Ein kleines Mädchen ist das, oder was?
Okay.
Okay, das ist die wahrscheinlich die Tochter von der... Wie das dem auch eigentlich irgendwie so wurscht ist, da findet er eine Leiche und... Kann er das irgendwie melden vielleicht? Die Polizei ist nicht irgendwas, steht die Obst.
Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Dwayne, and this here is Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Then, we haven't met before?
Of course we have, but I heard about your alleged amnesia and figured I'd play along. I sure hope this is just a prank, and not the start of some insanity plea. Keep your nose clean, or you'll wind up in jail, and that's no place to hold a wedding. I got a report here that someone put a ding on Johnson's Tucker. As ornery as Johnson is about that old car, I suppose he had it coming. I imagine it was just some kids pulling a prank. I'm nowhere near solving the Tucker case, and now I have to deal with a bunch of firemen throwing a hissy fit over some stolen cloth. Can you imagine? What the heck is going on around here? You look upset, boy. Is something wrong?
Ja, da liegt eine Leiche.
Hoppin' horny toads. You think it's Karen? We'll send a man out to check it right away. Thanks for the lead, Steve. And boy, don't leave town.
Oh, I wouldn't think of it.
Okay. Aber das habe ich eh letztes Mal schon gemacht.
Stop on by any time, Steve.
Aber zumindest das kundgetan. Dann müssen wir mal ins Diner schauen, oder mal das General Store, okay, Memorial, Wayward Hotel. Hä, wo ist dieses Diner? General, wo ist das? It's plans. Bin ich blind? Abandoned House, Johnson Residence. Ein Haus, Johnson Post Office. Okay. Ah, jetzt ist einer da. Er hat da vielleicht einen Tisch, aber... Warte, examine Drawer, Unlock Drawer, okay. Und dann greifen wir einfach rein, einen Schraubenzieher. Das ist ein bisschen screwy.
Oh, Steve, what are you doing sneaking up on me like that? God, for a second I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order?
Du kennst mich?
Sure. And my name's Edna Fitzpatrick. I'm not the one with amnesia.
Then you believe me.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I guess I've changed. I'm not kidding.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old.
Mhm.
Thank you for asking. But since she disappeared, it's too painful for me to talk about her. Other than the diner, she was all I had. Thank you for... There isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve.
Da ist gar
You should be
kein
grateful
anderes
that
Mädchen
she's
da.
promised you her hand.
I don't remember that happening, Edna.
Honestly, you men are so childish. I don't know what it is about marriage that turns even the bravest man into a coward. I was going to marry Karen's father when he just up and ran out on me one night. I heard that he joined the lodge, but if he did, I never saw him come out again. Even Sheriff Twain wasn't able to find out what happened to him. Mr. Johnson has a liking for me. I call it a crush, but that's too innocent a word. He's a bitter man with too much time on his hands.
Ja,
He's never gotten over being rejected by the lodge, and there's something unwholesome in the way he looks at me. I'm always glad when the sheriff comes in every day at noon.
was ist mit der
The
Loge?
lodge is the repository of all wisdom. You should join the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve, and soon.
Why? For God's sake, what is it about this place?
The wheat ripens and waits not for the scythe. The farmer who waits too long, it were better that he used the scythe to rip his own stomach out than to stay his scythe when the wheat ripens. The harvest moon wanes and then comes winter. An empty belly, the body sun's belly, gurgling within or bloody on the ground. What does it benefit a man if he gains his soul and loses the world? You hunger. Feed yourself before it's too late. Oh,
Edna?
Steve. What happened? Were we talking about Boyle? Or was it Karen?
You seemed strange there for a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress. Running this diner all alone. Forgive me.
Muss halt echt sagen, so trashig das Spieler ist, die Vertonung ist echt nicht schlecht, ja, vor allem für die damalige Zeit.
Karen's little purse. Oh. Here's your reward money. Please, take it and go.
Ja, mit Geld kann man in der Stadt eh nur eins machen und so im General Store einkaufen. Bei der Mrs. irgendwas. Ein Flyer. Reward Money. Okay. Damit. Ich glaube, mehr als das können wir nicht kaufen da. Nein, ich glaube, das war alles. Oh, es ist eine Nacht. Nein, scheiße, ich bin... Jetzt bin ich wieder versehentlich angekommen. Jetzt sind wir gleich... Muss ich wieder speichern und neu laden. Jetzt hätte ich mit dem Settel nämlich versehentlich an der Ding ankommen. What the fuck? Quit Game. Ärgerlich. umständlich. Ja, das Spiel, wenn ich versehentlich einmal raus habe, halt leider nicht mehr maximiert. Das ist dann in so einem Mini-Fenster.
Oh, who goes there?
They tell me my name is Steve.
All right, this section 21. Keep your distance, son. I wouldn't want to have to blow your head off.
That makes two of us.
So you're the amnesiac, huh? Just another draft-dodging ploy the way I see it. But at least you're not an alien. You see their ships every now and then. Sometimes Swell bags one in the woods.
Who are you?
Colonel Buster Monroe, commander of the Harvest Nuclear Missile Installation, keeping America safe from those who would dye our flag red, white, and pink.
These are nuclear missiles?
Goddamn right they are. Every one of them ready to rain death on the Ruskies. All I gotta do is hit the button and blammo! The price of vodka goes through the roof. Along with the vodka.
Well, I suppose you have, you know, safeguards against accidents?
Safeguards? Don't be such a weak sister. There are no safeguards. This is the 50s.
Nicht ganz, aber
Then you have sole control of the, missiles.
That's right. Been in charge here since WW2, when I got my lower torso shot off in the war. Those pantywaists in Washington wanted to stick me behind a desk. To hell with that. They owed me. I left my legs in Dusseldorf. They owed me. Of course, they felt that after the trauma of having to crawl from Germany to England trailing my intestines behind me, I was too emotionally unstable to continue in the military. That's why they gave me this nice cushy job and put me in charge of the nuclear missile.
sehr vernünftig.
You say before you came to Harvest, your lower torso was shot off in the war?
That's right. I was behind enemy lines. The night was dark. The rain wet. The plastique I was supposed to rig the bridge with precariously sandwiched between my knees as I crawled in the muddy mud. I didn't see the Jerry taking aim at me with his machine gun until half of me was flying through the air. With a quick spray of bullets in a straight line, he'd shot my body clean in two. My lower body landed at that Jerry's feet. I can still hear him, laughing as I started crawling in the general direction of England, calling behind me in broken English, "Mein Freund, where is your legs? Looky, what have we here? Some legs? Hey, did anyone lose some legs?" I'll never forget looking back over my shoulder and seeing that crowd doing the can-can with my legs. Still a few weeks later, with only my compass and a pair of nylons, I made it back to safety. Now the Krauts are our friends and the commie bastards are our enemies. But even so, there's at least one crowd out there that I'll never invite over to Sunday dinner.
Commie bastard.
Frankly, all these questions are making me a little suspicious of you. Maybe you're one of those pink-blooded Americans. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't shoot you right now? I appreciate your honesty, comrade.
Der hat den roten Knopf sogar dran notiert. Schön. Und mal so nebenbei den Fallout ausgelöst. Gut, ich wollte das eh auch testen, ob das geht. Jetzt habe ich meine Antwort. Alles verschießen. Ah, das war wirklich so ein cooles Spiel, da konnte man auch sterben wenigstens. Irgendwie schon leiwand, warte mal, kann ich jetzt dem was passiert, wenn ich den kill, dann wahrscheinlich auch. Okay, dann was ist das gleiche. Jetzt den roten Knopf, aber sieht man ja da sogar, der hat den roten Knopf wirklich unten festgebunden. So, gut, na gut, dann kann er das zurückziehen. Wo wollte ich hier hin? In den. Also eigentlich müsste ich jetzt wieder in den Barbershop. Der war da. Der Barbershop ist closed. Okay.
Well, that didn't work.
Was habe ich jetzt als letztes mitgenommen? Ich habe doch irgendein Werkzeug noch gekauft. Okay. In der Spannung. Das mit den roten Augen. Gut, das sind. Irgendeiner löst vielleicht die Alarmanlage. Irgendeiner löst die Sprinkleranlage aus, hat's geheißen. Straight Slot.
Well, that didn't work. Yeah.
Okay. Wie der da immer steht. In diesem viel zu großen Gebäude. Ich glaube, in dem Gebäude, glaube ich, hätte die ganze Stadt Platz normalerweise. Und das Steve hat auch offenbar nur ein Hemd und eine Hose offenbar. Der trägt schon die ganze Woche mit das Gleiche. Sehr verdächtig. Okay, da war jetzt ein Burger zu sehen, war der neu? Was? Was? What the fuck, was? Press Control F4. Aha, CD-Wechsel oder was? Cool. Einmal einen nicht vorhandenen CD-Wechsel. Gut. Der sitzt noch immer da mal dumm. Eine Zeitung. CD umdrehen, ja. Ich glaube sie auch. Ja, die alte Diskette damals noch. Ich glaube, die habe ich sogar irgendwo. Wo ist denn die Zeitung? Da ist.
There now. See how easy it is? Think.
So, gut, dann gehen wir mal zur Lodge.
And here it is, the object Dodd. Imported Venetian glass and Italian dreams. You have done well. An unfortunate side effect that Pastorelli was electrocuted because you left live wires in a puddle on the floor. But as those with affectations of worldliness say, c'est la vie.
Okay.
Yes, a barber cut down in his prime. Of course, you only wanted the bowl, but that hardly matters now. Your final assignment is to set a fire in DNA's diner and let the French fry where they may.
Okay.
Yes, I suggest you succeed. Beyond that, you must find your own answers. Members of the Order must be resourceful and cunning. So must you be to become one with them. Tonight, the bake sale commences. Soon, the annual harvest blood drive will be at hand. When sacrifice will be the order of the day, your time in harvest grows short.
Okay. Das heißt, jetzt zündet seiner Frau, deren Kind umgebracht worden ist, auch noch das Diner an. Alles klar. Okay. Die spielt natürlich ganz gemütlich Schach, alles klar. Ja. Okay. Ja klar. Warte mal, das Diner war da unten. Schauen wir da mal kurz rein.
I can't talk now. The dishes are stacked up and back, and I better take advantage of the lull. Tonight's the bake sale. I'd promised to make brownies, but now with Karen gone, well, I just can't bear to go. I can't focus on anything. Now the diner is all I have, and I feel lost when I'm not here.
Okay.
I just heard that Mr. Johnson's Tucker was vandalized. You know, though I don't like to think ill of people or take pleasure in the misfortunes of others, I'd like to think it's a comeuppance for all the times that nasty man has bothered me. Mr. Pastorelli was electrocuted. He's dead. It looks like some thief wanted his barber's pole but didn't think of the consequences.
Maybe it's what the guy had to do. Maybe whoever it was really needed that barber's pole bad.
That's no excuse for hurting someone else. Even if Pastorelli were alive now, his heart would be broken. And what's a little profit compared to that?
Ja,
I
gefiel.
feel terrible about what happened at the fire station. Those firemen helped me decorate my diner. I can't believe one of them stole that cloth from the others. It must have been someone else, don't you think? Oh my God. I can see it in your eyes. Karen's dead, isn't she? You're
Yeah.
lying. You're telling me this just to get the reward.
I wouldn't do that.
Do you have any proof then?
Aha.
parents' little purse. Oh.
Okay. Gut, ich habe doch mal Geld bekommen, auch nicht schlecht. Wo waren wir noch nicht? Da waren wir noch nicht. Wayward. Das Kirche ist ein Harvest-Logo. Da ist Loks, was haben wir da? Ledger. Ah, gut, das hat Jonathan Rhincliffe schon tot im... schon tot am Friedhof liegt. PTA Bake Sales.
Stephen,
Who are you?
I am Daniel Moynihan, mortician and proprietor of the Wayward Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to involve myself in the affairs of the living. Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses. I do hope you'll attend the bake sale and spend heavily. It's for the needy, you know.
Sure. And all they have to do to benefit is die.
A ditch makes a poor resting place. You'll need to learn that, if you ever want to leave Harvest.
You make it sound like I have a choice.
A choice that is rapidly vanishing. Join the lodge, Stephen, while you may. What kind of monster would cut down so young a child? I don't get nearly as much for the smaller coffins.
Okay.
It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard, people of low station come to Harvest to die. They simply drop dead, penniless, and they all need burials. Like that corpse in the chapel, all dressed up and nowhere to go. No mourners, no point. But I still must provide them with prompt burials by town charter.
Ah, das ist natürlich
and
sehr
absorb the
bedenklich.
losses myself.
Oh.
God knows, by putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well? My losses to the dead are substantial. Hopefully the bake sale will offset some of them. The corpse reclining in the chapel right now is a prime example of the difficulties I face. For unfathomable reasons, this bum decided to wander into Harvest and summarily drop dead.
Just like that.
Indeed. He died of purely natural causes. Of that I have no doubt.
But why come to Harvest to die? You say this happens often. Isn't that a little too much of a coincidence?
I've often puzzled over the situation myself. Though I can assure you, young man, that nothing untoward is happening in Harvest. On the contrary, it's an indication of our compassion that I put up hobos in the Wayward Hotel, and the Order of the Harvest Moon mandates their prompt burial, even when they are without family or means, and when it entails losses on my part. I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the...
Da werden wir uns die Leiche mal anschauen, oder? Videos. Lecker Swastika. Okay, mal Kerzen. Sofa. Küchenbänke. Aha, das schaut auch nicht sehr christlich aus. Okay, Sendung rein, irgendeine ätherische Macht in der anderen. Kerzen. Na, wie eine natürliche große Sache schaut das aber nicht aus. Warte mal, der hat gesagt natürlich. Da werden wir gleich mal. Einen guten Mann zeigen, dass es nicht ganz natürlich ist. Was. Wo ist das? Range Rider, a Slashed Corpse.
Ah, you've taken up photography, I see. Now why on earth would you choose such a grotesque subject?
That John Doe you got boxed up in the chapel? He didn't just drop dead. Someone helped him take the plunge.
You may be right. I'm a mortician, not a medical examiner.
You don't have to be to know that being ripped to shreds can be detrimental to your health.
This is not something you want to be looking into, young man. Got the goods, have you? You're in harvest, my young friend. Have you tried the road out of town yet? Do so and you may question exactly who has who.
Look, are you gonna tell me what I want to know, or do I go to the sheriff with these pictures?
That would be a grave mistake, I assure you. I've told you all I can. My losses have been substantial of late, so I can't offer you money. The only thing I can give you in exchange for the photographs is my tube of astro glue. I do suggest you take it, or it's all you'll get from me. A wise decision. When a wasp's nest is stirred up, it is seldom the wasps who grieve later.
Ist denn jetzt jemand da, oder? Ah ja. Nicht schlecht. Ich könnte natürlich auch wieder mal wieder. Ich könnte ja mal mit ihr reden.
Steve, it's so good to see you again. I get so lonely in here.
I'm sorry. Want to hear what's happening out in the real world?
No. I'd rather forget about Harvest for a while.
Stephanie?
I feel so close to you, Steve. Like we're the only two people in Harvest. The only two real people. Do you know what I mean? I need to feel something again. This sense I have that I've known you. It's my only link to my past.
Yeah.
Maybe it's different than memory. Maybe we don't remember each other so much as we recall the feelings deep inside. Strong feelings.
Maybe the body has its own memory.
Oh.
Let's find out.
Knick-knack.
I want you. Make love to me.
Natürlich.
Then take me. Now.
Na klar, die steht da nicht da jetzt hin. Aha. Der fette Perverse steht natürlich hinter der anderen Spechtel, okay. Ah ja.
I'm glad to see you. I understand that bake sale is today.
Yeah, you'd think it was the second coming the way everyone is acting around here.
It's insane. The maniacal attention paid to this bake sale. Like all the women in Harvest came from the same cookie cutter. It's unnatural. Unhealthy. Almost a parody of how things should be. And through my window at night, I see my mother throwing out whole batches of cookies, like an automaton getting rid of its surplus product.
My so-called mother has been baking cookies all week, and then throwing them out. Better that than getting rid of us.
Wait around long enough. I have a feeling they'll get to it. My faux mother keeps me up on the latest gossip. Not like she really wants to talk to me. More like she's feeding me information. For instance, she told me that Mr. Johnson's Tucker was vandalized. That's another weird thing. Every car I've seen drive by is a Tucker. There were only 31 produced. What are the odds of that?
I've always wanted a Tucker. Funny that Harvest would be full of them.
Any idea who scratched the car? Why would you do something like that?
It's part of the Lodge initiation.
I see.
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but getting into the Lodge is the best way to find out.
By committing vandalism? It was a crime, Steve.
Oh.
Don't be so melodramatic about it. I've heard of worse fraternity initiations.
Sorry. When you put it that way, I guess I was overreacting. You know the firemen? Someone stole some fabric from them, and they're up in arms about it. Another harmless prank? And how many more harmless pranks will you be pulling?
However many it takes to get in, Stephanie. If I have to use them to escape, then I will.
Are you using them? Or are they using you?
It was just a bolt of cloth.
You've turned the firemen against each other. They think one of their own stole it.
Would you rather stay here? I've heard that harvest is lovely in the fall when the leaves turn orange and gold, and the annual blood drive paints the town red.
All right. You have a point. I don't know if you heard or not, but Mr. Pastorelli, the barber, he's dead. Looks like somebody stole a barber's pole from him, then left the exposed electrical wires and some water on the floor. Pastorelli walked in, flipped on the lights, and... Know anything about that?
Nein, das war tatsächlich nicht ich.
Mr. Swell came by. I heard him telling my father about it. He said it smelled like roast pork.
Well, these things happen.
Especially around here. Is it true? You found Karen?
Too late, Stephanie. I found her body by the picnic table in the cemetery. I think whoever buried it there came back and dug her up again.
My God. Why?
I don't know. But I do know her spinal cord had been removed. What I found looked more like a pile of entrails than a little girl.
This is not just an eccentric little town. We're stranded in hell, aren't we?
Not for long.
Der Vergleich ist nicht ganz weit hergeholt, ja. So, was sagt die...
Did you say hello to your father for me?
Natürlich.
Thank God for that. So, you found that poor little darling after all.
Her skull and spinal cord were torn out of her body.
You don't see that every day.
There was something oddly ritualistic about how it was done.
Now don't go reading too much into this. Karen was a friendly little girl. Maybe she got too friendly with the wrong person. Going around, kissing everybody, climbing in
Das war ein kleines,
houses
nicht als
without
10-jähriges
so
Mädchen.
much as a by your leave. That's just asking for trouble. They've got a word for girls like that. Slut. Well, of course you're right. Poor little thing. Someone went and scraped up Johnson's car? Can you imagine? He'd step in a bear trap and chew his own leg off rather than suffer a scratched tucker. Serves the rich bastard right, if you ask me. You know, with a slaughterhouse full of meat in town, what kind of nutcase would steal a barber's pole? Oh well, Pastorelli won't need it where he is. God rest his soul. Those silly willies down at the fire station are just incensed about losing some decorating stuff. Some people. Yeah. Maybe they should be more concerned with fire and less with flame.
Mhm.
Young man, we really have nothing to say to each other. I have the feeling your image shows. It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard, people of low state, like that, God knows, by putting these people up at the corpse reclining in the chapel right now.
Just like...
Indeed.
But why come to Harvest to die? You say this happens often. Isn't that a little too much of a coincidence?
I've often puzzled over the situation myself, though I can assure you, young man, that nothing untoward is happening in Harvest. On the contrary, it's an I'd s-
Mhm. Aha.
Young man, we really... I'd say it's been a pleasure, but...
Okay. Haltet. Ich will gleich wissen, was er da macht. Kann ich den Hater vielleicht dem geben müssen, nicht im Hotel? Weil es ist jeder gleiche, aber... Probieren wir es halt.
Ah, you've taken up photography.
That John...
Hmm.
You don't...
This is... Got the...
Look.
That, and I...
Okay. Ah ja. Gut. Müssen wir das Teil niederbrennen. Das Einzige, was die arme Frau noch hat, aber es nutzt ja nichts. Es lockt ab. Na ja, dann hauen wir halt wieder die Scheibe ein, oder? Ich will jetzt erst mit Klebeband. Okay, mit Klebeband habe ich keins mehr. Doch. So.
Damn it. Well, that didn't work.
Noch kurz speichern. Ich nehme jetzt was an, weil Streichholzer habe ich irgendwo, wenn ich jetzt das anzünde.
This is your second arrest.
Okay. Das Niveau gibt es einen Feueralarm. Ah, da oben ist ein Smoke Alarm. Aber den werde ich irgendwas runterhauen.
Well, that didn't work.
Okay.
Well, that didn't work. Okay.
Ah.
Well, that didn't work.
Okay.
Well, that didn't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Naja. Der Steve ist ein rechtes Arschloch, muss ich sagen, aber es ist... Ich glaube, so richtig gut böse gibt es in dem Spiel nicht. So. Na gut, gehen wir dann wieder die Zeitung.
Hey Steve, you've been doing a swell job putting the paper out in the morning. You just keep doing that and we won't have any problems. That's not much to ask, is it?
Ich würde nur da Abandoned tauchen was drin, eigentlich. Okay. Texturcrump.
It's not often that I get visitors. I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest called me the Wasp Woman.
Ah ja, ich sehe schon warum.
Doubt, born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
Uh-huh.
I don't see any particular use for wasps.
Why must everything have a use? Is money
da draußen
always
blitzt.
the determining factor? More slender, more aerodynamic than the bee. Beautiful and juicy. Isn't that enough to compensate for the little drawbacks?
Ich glaube, die steht ein bisschen auf Wespen.
Regard the wasp. Wasps produce nothing for others, but only for themselves. Wasps build nests and more wasps, nothing more. They spread into eaves and attics, not to make honey for supermarkets, but to buzz and rustle on their own paper, perpetuating their own agenda, growing stealthily, surely.
Na dann.
Well, as you can see, The little darlings do love to sting. Another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them. Bees are like animals. They sting only for a reason, for sacrifice. They have no conception of individual sensation, of pleasure.
Uh-huh.
When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity. This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice and atonement. But the wasp is promiscuous. They are not as sympathetic to the masses, because they don't die when they sting. They live to sting another day, and they take pleasure from it.
Ah, ja.
Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. They penetrate your flesh, and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation.
Aha.
Each painful welt, an act of love.
Alles klar. Dankeschön. Wespennest. Da sind noch mehr Wespen. Na gut, dann schauen wir mal in die Lodge.
TNA's diner is no more, as is Edna herself.
Okay.
She hung herself as soon as she realized what had happened to her beloved establishment. A true entrepreneur and a credit to her nation. Come now. Anyone who spoke with her for 5 minutes would have known what a tragedy the destruction of her diner would be. Still, you sought to torch her diner, and torched it is. You have proven yourself a worthy candidate for initiation. This was only a trial to determine your worthiness for testing. Your initiation into the mysteries of the harvest will soon begin. In the meantime, be patient. Protocols must be observed before initiation may commence.
How will I recognize the sign?
You will know. When you receive the invitation, bring it here, and your initiation shall begin.
Aha. Ja, dann besuchen wir vielleicht nochmal sie und sagen etwas. What the fuck? Ich rüste mal eine Axt, das weiß ich nie. Überhaupt nicht creepy, wenn wir jetzt mit der Axt rumlaufen, oder?
Guess I can forget about the meat, huh?
What do you mean?
Your dad must have pulled some strings. Be sure and check Stephanie's pillow, you lucky bum.
What the hell are you talking about?
You'll see once the sheriff gets here. Stephanie. Things will never be the same now. Guess I'll be watching TV nights.
Okay, you can come in now, son.
my god. Is that what I think it is?
Yep, it's a spinal cord.
Is it Stephanie?
Der
I
frisst
can
einfach
see a
nebenbei.
resemblance, but I can't be sure.
More pie, Sheriff?
Pie? Don't you realize what's happened?
Oh, indeed I do. I can just hear the tongues wagging at the PTA. Was it suicide?
Never heard of anyone pulling their own spinal cord out before. Off the record, I'd have to say no. No, all in all, I'd say this was death by natural causes.
Natural causes?
You can't live without a spinal cord, son. Nothing unnatural about that. Think I will have some more pie.
Right away.
I can't believe this.
Wat der Gestörte.
This is horrible.
Believe me, you get to the point to where this is routine. Now, the
Genau.
only clue we got is that card on our pillow. Take a look at it.
This is practically a confession.
Confession to what, son?
Steve Mason.
Murder. Isn't that what you're here to investigate?
Son, you don't investigate natural deaths. No point.
Then I'll get to the bottom of this myself.
Am natürlichen Tod.
I'm sure you will.
More pie, Sheriff?
Don't mind if I do.
Ja, dann. Kann ich die nicht gleich bei mit der Axt von hinten erschlagen? Das wäre das Vernünftigste. Gut, da gehen wir gleich mal raus. Nein. Der ist nur fett auf der Couch.
What do you want? Steve! Providence is smiling down on Marvin J. Potsdam Jr. today. The lodge called. They're reviewing my application in light of some new qualifications that have been called to their attention. Isn't that strange?
Okay, die hat hier das Mädchen
You
umgebracht.
lose some meat, and you gain some meat. What a strange and wonderful world. Steve, I got my invitation. I'm going to be a member of the Order of the Harvest Moon. None of your beeswax. If you're smart, you'll figure it out on your own. And believe you me, Buster Brown, you want to figure it out. You really do.
Yeah.
Harvest will never be the same without DNA's diner. Or without DNA, for that matter.
Ja, okay, der hat hier das Mädchen umgebracht.
I've tried so hard to find an excuse to keep on fighting, but I can't go on alone. All I had was the diner and Karen. Now that I've lost both, I know that there's only one way out. I'm sure you won't be able to understand the depth of despair that would enable me to put a rope around my neck and jump into the void. But even now I feel the heavy weight of the rope around my neck. And as I write this, I'm standing precariously on the edge of the counter, inches from the end. Please, when you remember me, I want you to.
Okay. Okay. Na dann gehen wir halt wieder zur Lodge. Jetzt haben wir die Einladung. Scheiße, ich den mitnehmen müssen.
DNA. She hung. Come.
Okay, haben wir jetzt doch mitnehmen müssen. Steht wieder da oben.
Yes, I can forget about the
Hä?
You're dead.
Da hinten steht's.
Can't allow you to take her remains, boy.
Oh, man.
Okay. Ja, was ist Lodge? Können wir jetzt die... Wo ist es? Wo ist es? Da ist es.
You received the invitation, but you have not brought it.
I don't understand.
The invitation was not the card, but the spinal cord. It must be presented to me ere I allow you to enter. I expect nothing. What must unfold will. You were provided an invitation. Bring me the skull and spinal cord if you would pass to the world beyond.
Okay. Gut, dann schauen wir wieder Retour. Ah ja. Okay, das nicht mehr.
What do you want?
Hello, Steve. We decided against a funeral service, Steve. Tongues are already waggling all over Harvest, and I'm embarrassed as it is without adding fuel to the gossip with a big service. We just had her bones interred in the family vault in the cemetery. Stop by there if you want to pay your last respects. But you can't get inside. It's sealed.
Mhm. Okay. Gut, dass die Kühlschränke irgendwie alle versperrt sind, die der Spielwelt da. Gut. Also wir wissen irgendwie die Gruft, wo wir schon mal kurz davor gestanden sind.
Well, that didn't work.
Wenn ich das auf. Okay. Fuck, ich war auf einen Kampf gleich vorbereitet. Was Was war das für eine komische Missgeburt? Ganz gewöhnliche Familiengruft, natürlich. Okay. Dann haben wir das auch. Dann haben wir aber jetzt wohl alles, was wir brauchen.
You have done well. Now let the initiation commence. As your mystagogue, it is requested and required that I turn over this sacred dagger to you to aid you in your quest.
Warte, das war dieser...
You must now enter the lodge. Initiates find it a hostile place.
Are you supposed to help me or get me
Das war
killed?
der Stiefbruder irgendwie oder irgendwie so, oder? Glaube ich. Oder Halbbruder oder irgendwie so, war das nicht so?
Very exclusive, brother.
Vom Baal.
I am merely
Ja.
the
Der
administrator.
lauter Halbgeschwister halt vom Baal.
Whether you view me
Oder
as an
wo der Baal der Vater war.
a friend depends on how well you're prepared to pass.
And this thing? You haven't said what it is.
It is a special weapon. Using it will be part of the initiation.
Ah ja, gut, da hast du ja ein bisschen was vor dir auch.
You always have a choice, Initiate. Which choices you make matter only to you. Whatever occurs in here is relevant to the great question which you cannot help but answer. What is at issue is whether in answering the question you will find the answers you seek. You will encounter those intent on preventing or prompting your answer, depending on how you look at it. While the assumption is you want to live, dying is easy and provides its own answer, but not for you.
Just tell me, is Stephanie dead or being held within?
The membership director on the second level keeps track of such things.
Oh, great. Then you are against me.
I am the Sergeant at Arms. I am here to ensure that the protocols are observed. Deviation from a protocol shall result in punishment. Remember what I have told you. Now, let the initiation begin.
Okay. Also wir sind jetzt im Inneren der Lodge. Ich glaube, das war jetzt echt... Ich glaube, das habe ich jetzt... Das war jetzt echt mühsam. Achso. Okay, ja gut, da werden wir nochmal abspeichern. Büste, Beethoven, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, Barbara Bush.
Ah, you're here. Excellent. You'll find them through that door.
Excuse me?
You are the exterminator, are you not?
No.
In that case, I'm afraid you'll have a hard time of it, sir. Recently, the lodge has become infested by pests. They need exterminating, or, to be blunt, sir, they need killing. And plenty. We're not speaking of cockroaches. A bewildering variety of deadly beasts lie beyond, and just before the annual board meeting. Dreadful. I wish you good luck, sir. I only hope you can stomach what's ahead.
Mhm. Wir sind Harvesting jetzt schon. Okay. Ah ja. Oh. Das hört sich irgendwie fleischig an. Ja. Hört sich nicht so an. Wieder ausrüsten. Ich gebe das bisschen du für ein hässliches Ding. Wie ein Kokon. Okay. Also ich dachte, die Wände hätten. Ah ja. Okay. Ah, das ist ja. Willst du haben mal? Okay. Aha.
All right.
Okay. Ich glaube, da gehe ich lieber noch nicht hin. Chicago, okay. Bis dahin. Toga.
This is a cloakroom, sir, by definition not a fitting place to seek answers. However, it's plain that the acid from your ordeal is eating away at your clothing and skin. I can clean your clothes for a minor consideration of $5. This is a cloak.
Okay, na dann. Okay.
Okay.
Aha. Okay. Speichern wäre wieder mal nicht schlecht.
Oh man.
Ah, sehr schön. Scheiße. Okay. Ich glaube, das Ding ist im Nahkampf nicht wirklich zu killen.
Oh man.
Bruce M. holds the high score.
Well, that didn't work.
Bubbles. Okay. Ach, fuck. Okay. Ja, wie heißt so schön? Save early, save often. Footsucker McGee in the Cradle. Ah, der redet gerade mit mir übrigens. Ah, da kann ich heilen. Das Speichern. Aha, lauter dritte Reichsleute, okay. Widgetkettel. Das blinzelt noch da oben. Aha, hat das Ding halt 4 Augen, alles klar. Aha, notierte.
Well, I hope you're proud of yourself, killing my clientele. Ever since the monsters invaded this level, the members have taken to dining with the Grand Poobah upstairs. Actually, I have to admit my last few meals haven't been up to snuff. The problem is the freshness of the corpses, or lack thereof. See, the supply has dried up. The Sergeant-at-Arms always used to insist that bodies killed in the lodge be disposed of without trace, and so the members would bring me their business for preparation and dissemination.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear. You're not a member, are you? You're an initiate. Forgive me, I can't say another word about it.
Can you tell me anything that might help me?
Not really.
Was auch ein Kopf. Payphone. Okay. Zerbrochener Spiegel. Ih, da sind tote Babys drin, okay. What the fuck? Kann ich das Ding im Wasser vielleicht mit dem Zeug füttern oder wieder speichern?
Well, that didn't work.
Sehr hygienisches Klo da. Oder? Dosen. Laxer Weg. Aha. Pflanzenkiller. Bathtube. Okay, ich sehe schon, ich brauche einen Teil, wenn ich beim ersten Mal durchgehe und einen Teil, wenn ich beim zweiten Mal durchgehe. Das habe ich befürchtet. ist für ein komisches Loch im Boden da? So. Sehr gut, was ist das? Überwachsene. Okay. Aha. Okay. Da ist sich irgendwo was versteckt in dem Wasser. Ah. Okay, meine Gesundheit ist nicht mehr ganz so gut. Mahlzeit. Jetzt in einer Kunstgalerie, what the fuck?
Welcome to the Harvest Moon Art Gallery.
Tch.
I'm the curator of this place.
What the fuck?
So delighted you could come.
Ja, ich erwarte mir schon eine sehr besondere Vorstellung.
That it will, I'm afraid. Art often forces engagement, doesn't it? Lovely works, pastoral scenes, noble sculptures. These are easy on the eye and mind. But when confronted with a work of hideous form, you're forced to deal with it even if only to dismiss it as trash. Sadly, the most extreme works are the hardest to dismiss. Grotesqueries amid works of beauty are necessary. That should be taken for granted. Nevertheless, it's important that each individual determine his own sense of aesthetics. For that reason, I give you permission to obliterate that which forces you to linger too long in the gallery.
I'm just passing through.
If only it were that simple.
Das glaube ich nämlich auch. Okay, wieder speichern. Da. Das. Oh, da wird jemandem der Hals durchgeschnitten, okay. Mit Blut gemalt. Pervers abstrakt. Schau mal da. Ja, das ist jetzt eine Gruppe Männer, das ist irgend so ein Dicker-Ding. B17 im Flug. Aha. Revolutionär. Aha, das findet irgendwie erotisch, nicht an? Müssen wir natürlich wieder am Anfang. Aha. Sie haben mal einen Schlüssel im Inventar. Wo war die Tür? So, und gleich wieder speichern. Das Gebäude ist überhaupt nicht strange.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for a girl.
This is a library, not a brothel.
You don't understand. I have reason. Hope to believe that she was brought here. Do you know anything about that?
I'm afraid not. I tend to stay out of lodge affairs. I'm only in charge of the library, my good fellow. Well, if she is here, she's not been invited as a member. There are no female members of the order. To be sure, one or two have qualified throughout our history, but they're generally not of our caliber. I doubt there are any females in this building. At least none that are extant.
Was mit dir?
I'm not a member. Women are kept here for the services they are able to render. Just as some jobs are beneath men, so too can certain services only be supplied by women. If she is here, you'll find her on the 3rd floor, which you'll have difficulty finding without my help.
And you want something in return.
I'll give you a clue as to how to get to the 3rd floor, but only if you'll retrieve an overdue book from one of our charter members, a Mr. Kane. Since he is so highly regarded among the Order, I'm loath to approach him on such an embarrassing matter. Therefore, bring me the book and I'll help you.
How will I know which book?
Oh, you'll know it. He's not an avid reader.
Okay. Ungelesene Bücher. Aha. Cool, da war irgendwie eine kleine Spinne auf meinem Arm. Was kitzelt das so? Membership Director. Wahre Bekannten. Gerade über Schild. Speichern. Ich schaue für Dumbledore. So, wohin? Komme ich dahin? Ein Klavierraum. Aha. Wir wollen einen Großmeister, was der sagt.
Let me see. Oh yes, the new initiate. I'm the lodge membership director. What can I do for you? The lodge is a traditional place, young man, and by tradition, when a young man is courting a young woman, he wins for her a Cupid doll at the fair. There is no fair within the lodge. However, I have seen a thing which resembles a Cupid somewhere on this floor. Seek it out, slay it, and return here with a prize if you would seek your lady.
Aha, was auch immer ein was Cube heißt. Das soll so viel wie ein Cupid sein. Ah, geht's auch je nach weiter. Aha.
Excuse me, you can't come in right now. I just mopped the floor.
Aha. Okay. Warte an. Der Boden hört sich irgendwie komisch an. Da kommen wir jetzt von oben davon. Okay, ne. Oh. Spying on uninsured victims.
I am the chess master. Any initiate who wishes to pass this way must do so over my dead body. Being a civilized man, I offer my opponents a choice. Solve my problem or fight me to the death. Do you know how to play chess?
Nein, aber ich sag's gerade echt, dann schaue ich gleich in die Lösung, weil das... Das löse ich sonst nie. Oder mal D6 ist dann eher. Der muss auf B7. Dann muss B8 auf C5. Was nicht geht. Ah, Entschuldigung, auf A8. Sowas könnte ich normal nie lösen. Der ich halt überhaupt kein Schachmensch. Kein Schach. Kapiere ich überhaupt nicht. Habe ich aber auch nie wirklich dafür interessiert, wenn ich ganz ehrlich bin. Okay. Ja. Er hat sich selber mit der Axt gegeben. Lecker.
Alright.
Alright. Da freut er sich gleich, der Steve. Ach, das Spiel ist schon so schön gorig irgendwie. Speichern wäre nicht unklug im Übrigen. Speichern. Oder what the fuck? Aha. Aha. Kane's Book. Aha. Alles klar. Auch lauter strange Gestalten unterwegs da. Die Vulkare müssen gleich da gewesen sein.
Ah, you've returned the book, I see. Thank you, young man. Feel free to look around the library for anything that interests you.
You told me you'd help me get to the 3rd floor.
Ah, yes. You'll need a special key, which is in the keeping of our resident chess master. Here is your clue. Along with the positions of his pieces, the chess master holds the key to the 3rd level.
That's the clue.
The best that I can give you. I'll write it down for you so that you won't forget.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, give me a break, will you? Keep off the floor. Hey, buddy, give me a break, will you? Keep... All right, buddy.
Oh! Okay. Jetzt habe ich der Hausmeister erschossen. Das war wohl nicht so ideal. Gut. Das war jetzt bevor ich da rein, oder? Gut, dass wir den Haus jetzt einmal abknallen müssen, wenn wir da vorbei wollen.
Ah.
Das werden wir gleich ausrüsten. Wie leichtfertig habe ich ihn abknallt eigentlich, ja? Da ist locked, gut. Chess Master Key. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Verpackt oder lässt sich nicht starten? Was zum Fick ist das da? Was war das? Monkey Boy goes ape shit with a chainsaw. Das ist sicher ein Kinderklassiker. Okay. Ah, sehr schön. Da kommt natürlich Freude auf. So, das war so deppert, okay, da Cupid Door. Cupid Key. Okay, dieses. Ist nicht auch ein bisschen mühsam, wenn dann gar nichts kommt. Aber bist du bei mehreren Inis so, oder was? Wo war jetzt dieser Typ? War der da? Nein, der war quasi alle. Okay. Also auch schon mehrere ausprobiert, oder was? Das meinte ich eigentlich. Mal. Ah, okay. Ja, ist halt doof, aber mein Gott, soll nichts Schlimmeres passieren. Aber ja, ist natürlich blöd, wenn so gar keine Minis funktionieren. Hä? Da oben war der. Hätte aber auch. Ah ja, das eine war der Gartenraum.
Fine work. You're obviously an earnest
Ich glaube,
young
das ist der
man.
Christopher Lloyd-Typ.
You're in luck. A quick check of my records indicates that indeed a woman was brought into the lodge, although I neglected to get her name, since females are generally not considered for initiation. The young lady is currently being detained on the 3rd floor, in the Chapel of Love. Seek her there.
Okay.
Seek her there. And don't forget to bring her her prize. Little things mean so much.
Also die Puppe dann eigentlich. So, dann nach unten. Kann ich eine Tür mit dem Cube-Schlüssel aufmachen?
Damn it.
Okay, das schaut schon das sehr merkwürdig aus da. Da speichern wir lieber gleich einmal ab. Aha. Dann nehmen wir beide mit. Okay. Aha. Blaue Farbe. Alter. A chair which has been rigged to break into pieces during the hilarious third act rape scene of the Lodge Raps musical hit Mr. Smith's Trip to Turkey. Alter, what the fuck? Two masks hanging on the wall. Okay. Another deer. Tastes great. Das ist so ein klassischer Raucherraum da. Cancer Station. Schön. Okay, was Neues. Okay. gefragt, was er mit komischen Masken auf sich hat.
Can I?
I'm looking.
This is a.
Ja, wissen wir alles.
Oh, if she is, I'll give.
How?
Can I?
I'm looking.
Okay.
Damn it.
Gut. Wie auch immer man das wissen soll. Blutrotes Wasser. Okay. Okay, das sagt Stephanie. Okay. Halt. Okay.
Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Oh,
Damn
man.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work.
Damn it.
Oh. Okay. Wieder speichern. Bam. Die ist komplett unzensiert, die Version, ja. Schön gorig auf jeden Fall. Habe ich jetzt auch irgendwas bekommen oder eh nicht? Nein, nichts aus. Okay. Schaut natürlich überhaupt nicht futuristisch aus da. Das war wohl ein Schritt zu weit.
Oh, that didn't work.
Da ist die. Ja. Gut, dass ich den Scheiß mitgenommen habe vorher. Alter, was kommt denn da für ein alter Kracher? Der alte Öhr, nicht der Wachmann. Und dann rauf in den... dritten Stock. So, da, und ich glaube, ich nähere mich aber eh schon langsam dem Ende. So, speichern. Ah, das ist der fette.
This is the temple of the mystery of abstinence. Do not eat of the food or you will be punished. All within are hereby bound to a vow of abstinence.
Aha, der schaut natürlich sehr abstinent, dass er das ist und frisst.
This is the temple. You obey.
Alter, das schaut ein bisschen aus wie Elvis, oder? Wenn ich mal den so anschaue. Das ist ja nicht gut. Hey, ich Schrotflinte nehmen müssen, aber gut zu wissen. Ja, ja.
This is the temple of the mystery of abstinence.
Das war nicht gut, das kann man besser machen. Scheiße. Mir erstmal war das eigentlich super.
This is the temple of the mystery of abstinence.
Ah, der frisst jetzt die Burger zusammen. noch schlechter beieinander als vorher, wurscht.
This is the... This is...
Ja, nicht ganz gut war.
Well, that didn't work. Damn it. Well, that didn't work. Damn it. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. Okay. Damn it.
Hä?
Oh, man.
Okay, na super, jetzt habe ich keine Munition mehr, das war auch scheiße. Eigentlich habe ich Munition, aber ich kann es nicht nachladen, hä? A little strange, aber okay.
And
Ja!
some mothers complain that their children don't come to see them.
Ja, das ist das. Ja, deswegen war das Spiel, glaube ich, indiziert.
This is the mystery of motherly love. Everyone says motherhood is fulfilling, when in reality, it's draining.
Ja.
You don't know the half of it. From the start, children are parasites.
Ja, Mahlzeit.
That's what you've got to understand. Sucking the life out of you. Your very life's blood pumping from your belly through obscene pink tubes into their thieving hearts. And even after birth, they keep leeching the life from you.
Mommy, you're so good. You're so good.
Of course, my children are better at it than most. Is that the bliss of motherhood? That's the mystery. Just what the world needs. More greedy little mouths to feed. Children suck the life out of society. They have to be protected, nurtured. Everything has to be childproof and rendered childish. Sadly, they'll suck the life out of you too. You too.
Wie gesagt, das war halt, glaube ich, auch eine Szene, ob das in Europa nie erschienen ist, weil man dann ja expliziten Kannibalismus sieht und zum anderen halt dann die Kinder da umbringt. Doch schon wurscht.
Welcome to the Temple of the Mystery of Religion. The mystery is thus. Those who preach love and mercy in God's name are often those who call for the death of heathens. Do you believe in God, my son?
No.
Heretic! You have not seen the light, my son. But we shall open your eyes, even if we must shut them first.
Das glaube ich. Okay. Alter, wie schaut's denn da aus? Ah, Medal of Honor, das ist jetzt so Vietnamese oder was, ja. Das ist sicher die halt dann quasi so im Dschungel halt. So Vietnam-mäßig. Ja.
What do you want here?
I'm just passing through.
You think it's that simple, huh? Just passing through? Well, my family was just sitting around. And look where it got them. What of it? My country paid me to kill. And then when I came home, I was out of a job. They expected me to stop? Cold turkey? Is that what they wanted? A paycheck today, jail cell tomorrow? Am I a criminal or an entrepreneur? Hey, let's find out.
Okay. Ja, speichern wir es wieder mal, sicherheitshalber. Den Fernseher, oder? Okay.
Welcome to the Temple of the Mystery of Flesh, Steve. Have a bite?
Mr. Potsdam?
The mystery is this. Sometimes you have to lose some meat to get some meat. They wouldn't let me in until I demonstrated my worthiness. My invitation came after I buried Karen alive. That showed initiative.
And her spinal cord was your ticket in, right?
Yes, but to be initiated into the mysteries of the harvest, I had to do one last thing. I let them into the house and into Stephanie's bedroom. Sometimes you have to sacrifice meat to gain meat. The Order taught me that. Now I'm a butcher. You should have gotten your dad to hire me on. That way, you could have been the boss, instead of the prime cut.
Es ist irgendwie... Wenn es nicht so eklig wäre, wäre es ja fast lustig. Warte mal, ich habe jetzt... Der Butcher. Arschloch. Okay, ein Mädchen umbringen da.
Hello, handsome. Looking for a good time at a reasonable price?
Natürlich.
All right, that'll be $200. All right, honey. One of the ladies will be right with you.
Das wurscht ist.
Thanks for stopping by, stud. You shouldn't have picked Crystal, though. She hasn't been feeling well. I'd be sure to get to a doctor if I were you. These diseases can have pretty horrible effects, you know.
Ja, pfui.
Welcome to the Temple of Beauty. And am I not beautiful, oh man? Look at my hair, black as a moonless night. Look into my eyes, deep pools of desire. Look at my complexion. Pale white and glistening. And what else? And what else? And what else?
You insult?
Welcome, Initiate, to the Temple of the Mystery of Pain. The mystery is thus. The simple manipulation of nerves may break one man, and yet leave another unmoved. The physiology is the same. All nerves sing alike, yet the results differ. The question can only
Bei
be
Gesicht das so
answered by
gespielt ist
paradox.
sicher gerade sehr geistreich.
Although the body functions according to the tenets of
Ich
science,
das selber mal kurz in den
the
Stream schaue.
invocation of pain is an art. My implements are simple things, like a painter's brushes, from which beautiful complexities spring. Different stories brought forth from different canvases, with the different application of a stroke. I invite you now to torture this man on the table, to explore this blessed mystery yourself. Otherwise, I'll have to teach you the lesson myself.
Scheiße.
Scorn mixed. Such is the mystery of lust. So often the instruments of lust, as all instruments of higher pleasure, are condemned as frequently as they are sought after.
Aha.
Oh man, that didn't work. Oh man, well that didn't work. Okay.
Ich würde trotzdem gern laden, vielleicht macht das irgendeinen Sinn, dass man das macht.
Hello. All right. Thanks. These.
Welcome. And
You insult?
Das kann ich wieder vergessen da. So, irgendwo hin? Ah, da kommen wir wieder daher. Okay. Geht's noch irgendwo hin? Okay, ich glaube, das Backwirbel herumbricht. Hoppla. Unmühsam. So kann ich gleich die Sense ausrüsten.
Hello. All right. Oh. Thanks. I'd be pleased to.
Welcome. And
You.
Sehen.
What mystery is there in charity, for God's sake?
The mystery is thus. Any act of charity is an act of selfishness, for in any charitable exchange one must take from another, and one is always left the poorer. I'm glad you do. You see, though I am needy, I do not consider myself a beggar so much as a taker. I require charity is a loathsome lie. They are...
Okay, na gut, kann ich auch schon mal. Ich glaube, es gibt irgendwie nicht so Optionen. Hilfe. What the fuck?
This is the Temple of the Mystery of Mercy. You're just in time for our little retirement ceremony. As part of your initiation, you'll be required to execute everyone. That's how old people are disposed of at the lodge. And each member is expected to do his share. They're weak, but old. They're begging you for mercy. Do you grant it? Alan, thus is the mystery of mercy. Life is a competition, and mercy a perversion of the...
Pensionisten da unten. Speichern wäre halt wieder nicht so schlecht. Da gab es ja, glaube ich, auch etliche verschiedene Enden bei dem Spiel. Super. Okay. Na, das jetzt ohne Munition schaffen wieder ein bisschen lustig. Oder ohne Nachladen schaffen wieder lustig werden, glaube ich. Hm. Ich kurz mal googeln, wie man da die... Okay. Kann ich. Okay. Super, jetzt muss ich cheaten, weil das Nachladen ist ein Bug. Und wie mache ich das? Ah, okay. Nein, nein. Bisschen dumm, aber was soll ich tun? Das ist... Aha. Okay. Ich sehe, ich kenne Freitag, aber was soll's, ich kann es halt nicht ändern. Wenn das Spiel nicht reloaden lässt. Sehr futuristische Gegend da.
Welcome to the inner sanctum, big guy.
Principal Harold?
Okay. Wird das Spiel gecrashed? Schlecht. Okay, ich hoffe, das stürzt sich nicht jedes Mal ab. Was ist so?
Welcome to
Prince.
Within the inner sanctum, you will address me as Vice Muck Harold, second in command to the Grand Muckety Muck. He of the Fez and Buffalo Hem, the secret handshake, the funny passwords. Only fitting, given that my role has always been that of an educator, and Harvest is one big classroom.
What do you mean?
You'll have to kill me to find out what he means, big guy.
Was zum?
This is always a great moment when the initiate passes over the threshold and becomes a brother.
Stephanie?
I believe you have something for her. Ring the bell and win a prize for the lovely lady. Or is it win the lovely lady as your prize?
Enough games.
Agreed.
Und dass wieder ein Strapsen da steht.
Each time you climbed the rope, you caused her pain, but you always hurt the ones you love. Is that all you require?
I want an explanation.
Of course you do. There are no such things as monsters. And yet, you've killed monsters. Everything in Harvest is just slightly askew. This is because, as advanced as our technology is, we cannot make the sim any better than this. The subject's subconscious always warps it in unpredictable ways.
Simulation? Hat er gesagt, die Sim?
Sam?
This is nothing more than a virtual reality designed by the Harvesters to test potential members. Having successfully completed the program, you have earned the right to become a Harvester.
What the hell is a harvester?
The hand that grips the knife that stabs, the ones who move amid the crop and harvest the fruit.
You're talking about people. Killing people.
Again and again and again.
Serienmörder.
I believe the technical term is serial killer. The Harvesters seek to perpetuate terror and discord for our own purposes. We do this through the random utility of murder, and we persevere through our recruitment of initiates like yourself.
You want me to become a serial killer?
This entire reality has been engineered to break down your resistance, to desensitize you to violence. Now you may become a harvester and re-enter the real world, or stay in peace with young Stephanie and spend the rest of your life in the construct known as Harvest.
What is the real world at this point?
Right now, you are suspended in a sensory deprivation tank wired to a VR tech.
Bis ich muss mir vorstellen.
Join us. We will terminate your life support, and you will be dead within minutes. Those last minutes, however, will seem like a lifetime lived in Harvest. You will marry Stephanie and die peacefully of old age.
You're presuming a lot.
Aside from you, she is the only real person in Harvest, suspended in a tank, jacked in just as you are. I assume you'll want to spend time together.
If I stay.
Of course, having completed your ordeal, you may leave with her as you intended and enjoy your victory. If, on the other hand, you wish to join us, the cost of exiting the lodge is the same as the cost of entering the lodge. A skull and spinal cord. Hers.
No. You couldn't kill me. These harvesters, they put people through this torture to give them a taste for killing. The way to beat them is to deny them. To live out your life here. With me.
Ich muss erst mal kurz auf die kurze Seite, bevor ich mich für irgendwas entscheide.
Did you hear what he said? I do exist. If you kill me here, I'll die for real. And I'll feel all the pain, all the terror, because I'm real.
Well, after all, what's a murder without pain and terror? We will feed the pain impulses directly into her brain and then pull the plug. You will be a murderer, this time for real. So what will it be? Life in Harvest or life as a harvester? Choose now.
Ich schaue mal beide Enden an, ich muss trotzdem nur kurz wohin. So, ich muss kurz einmal auf die Ich bin gleich wieder da. Da blitzt und donnert draußen, dass einmal Regen käme, das ist nicht abzusehen. Kann ich da jetzt auch speichern? Dankeschön. Dann schauen wir uns mal die beiden Enden an. Ich habe mal das böse Ende als erstes.
Please help me. Steve, don't do this, please. No. No, please, somebody help me. No.
gestört das einfach ist.
Wow, that was neat.
Welcome to our order, brother.
Where are you going?
Nowhere. Nowhere at all.
What are you doing, son?
Playing harvester.
That thing? I looked at it the other day. The very thought. Breeding serial killers. It's disgusting.
It's cool.
You'll rot your mind playing games like that. Don't you know people who watch violence become violent themselves?
That's bullshit, Mom.
No, it isn't. Why do you think they started cutting the violence out of those Roadrunner cartoons?
Roadrunner cartoon. Roadrunner cartoon?
Ah ja, der hat die Anhaltung noch gefressen, alles klar. Na bitte. Ja. Der musst du mir aber vorstellen, das war, ich weiß nicht, aus welchem Jahr ist das Spiel? 88? Glaube ich. Game over. '96. Ja. Und da ging es aber schon um Virtual Reality und so Sachen. Also das ist auch heftig. Und man nimmt das schon 23 Jahre her. Und da ging es sich um Themen, die jetzt irgendwie halbwegs aktuell sind, ja.
You disappoint me. You had possibilities.
I'd rather die than become as twisted as you.
You've made your choice and succeeded in your quest.
Naja,
Enjoy
man hat sich halt mit der Frage auseinandergesetzt.
such
Aber
as it is.
What a waste. This kid could have been something.
Never looked back. We got 2 more to plug in.
There's gotta be a better way to develop these serial killers.
This is scientific. You want we should go back to the old way?
What old way?
Good breeding.
Sie haben sich halt ein bisschen ironisch mit der Frage auseinandergesetzt, ob Brutalität im Fernsehen oder in Computerspielen brutale Menschen halt schafft halt. Aber ein cooles Spiel auf jeden Fall. Ja, es gibt so oder so nur Game Over. Also gewinnen kann man da nicht. Aber schön, haben wir wieder was durchgespielt. Nein, also wenn du ein Spiel kaufst und es wird nachher gelöscht, dann bleibt es trotzdem in deiner Spielbibliothek. Das schon. Du verlierst es nicht ganz. Aber ich habe es nicht über Steam gekauft, sondern, aber es gibt es noch auf Steam. Also es kann sein, dass bei euch in Deutschland indiziert ist noch immer, weil in Österreich haben das irgendwann wieder von der Liste gestrichen. Aber ich habe es über GOG gekauft. Damals, weil die GOG-Version besser optimiert war, nämlich. Ganz alte Spiele nehme ich meistens über GOG, weil die DOS-Box schon relativ vernünftig vorkonfiguriert ist. Was sie leider bei Steam nicht ist. Oder ganz, ganz selten. Da sind meine Erfahrungen mit GOG besser. Schön. Wieder so ein Retro-Spiel durchgespielt. Freut mich. Ich frage, was wir da als nächstes machen. Also so in der Art, mit der schauen, was wir da noch finden. Weil Phantasmagoria haben wir schon, jetzt haben wir endlich Harvester, nach 2 Jahren, glaube ich, reden davon. Da werden wir schon was finden. Dann machen wir Gabriel Knight. Das mit den Werwölfen. So, na bitte pünktlich um Mitternacht. Weil anfangen oder anreißen wir jetzt nichts mehr. Das zahlt sich, glaube ich, nicht mehr wirklich aus. Weil morgen werden wir dann gemütlich mit Blair Witch starten am Abend. Schauen wir mal, wie weit wir da kommen. Das heißt, morgen und wahrscheinlich auch am Samstag gibt es dann Blair Witch. Und wenn alles gut geht, dann schauen wir dann am Sonntag bei Control endlich rein. Ich bin schon sehr gespannt drauf. Ich habe es noch heute mal zum Testen ein wenig gespielt, aber ich habe alles übersprungen. Ich habe keine Zwischensequenz, nichts gesehen. Ich habe auch nur durchgeklickt, dass ich die Technik halt testen konnte. Bis von den Einstellungen her am besten rennt. Ja, aber auf Blair Witch freue ich mich schon. Bin schon sehr gespannt drauf. In diesem Sinne, ich danke fürs Zuschauen, ich hoffe, es war ein halbwegs vergnüglicher Nebenbei-Stream. Ich wünsche euch einen schönen Abend. Hoffentlich wird das bei Neverwinter bald gepatcht, dass du brav den Inis wieder laufen kannst. Schlaf schön und dann bis später. Tschüss. Danke fürs Dabeisein.